Behind this garage door sits one of the rarest cars in the world.
I'm just kidding, guys. This is actually my parents' house and I'm about to commit a crime. Again.
So, I'm about to steal my mom's car. This is her 2013 Volkswagen Touareg, and the mess you see here, well, it's entirely my dad's fault. I guess his truck was in the shop, and so he took my mom's vehicle out on a photo shoot, and as you guys know, he seems to have an affinity for muddy dirt roads, and since I know my mom has been pretty upset that he hasn't cleaned it yet, I figured I'd grab the VW while they're out at the lake for the weekend and get it all cleaned up for her and looking new again. And of course, since I was driving right past, I had to make a quick pit stop at Tim Hortons.
Hi, can I get a large half coffee, half French vanilla? Look at that, I paid for coffee this time.
Alright, well, a short drive later, I had the VW out at the studio and it was time to take a closer look at just how dirty my dad managed to get this thing. Knowing him though, it's probably full of mud and I wouldn't be too surprised to find the interior dusty too, which turned out to be exactly the case. The wheel wells are full of mud, which I'm guessing was a result of all the rain we've got recently, and the front end is covered in dirt too. But as for the interior, well, it's not terrible, but I was right about the gravel dust. Aside from that, and it's pretty typical, some dirty floor mats, debris on the carpets and seats, and dirty plastic trim.
Alright guys, well it's time to get to work on the Touareg and undo the mess that my dad made and get him out of the doghouse. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the transformation.
Okay guys, well as I get started on the Touareg, I just wanted to remind you to stick around until the end of the video as I was able to capture my mom's reaction to the big surprise, and you definitely don't want to miss it. Being able to give back to someone who has done so much for me really means a lot, so this is definitely a bit of a special detail for me today. Moving to the wheel wells, which are full of mud, and of course Volkswagen uses carpeted liners in here, so that means it's going to take more time to get these sprayed out and clean. Though while I was doing this, I couldn't help but wonder what my dad was shooting that day, so I'll have more on that later in the video, but for now, just know that it's pretty spectacular. Okay, as I finish spraying out this wheel well here, I wanted to quickly remind you guys that there is a new Yard Geek video out if you haven't seen it yet. That's right, episode 4 is live on the channel, and I would truly appreciate it if you went and checked it out after this one. I've been having a lot of fun filming and making those videos for you guys, so if you're at all curious as to what I get up to in my free time, or you happen to enjoy yard work or construction type videos, then I'm sure you'll enjoy the channel. There's a link in the description, or you can search The Yard Geek and you'll find me. Alright, well, no surprise here, I'm still working on getting all the mud blasted off the VW, which, as you can see, most of it makes its way into the drain pit, so once I'm done pressure washing a muddy vehicle like this, the cleanup really isn't too bad afterwards. It probably takes me about 5 minutes to do, and same with getting the drain pit cleaned out. I have a pumper truck come out and just suck the mud out, which also only takes about 5 minutes, so that's definitely one thing I really enjoy about having a custom designed space to work in. I don't have to scoop the mud out of the drain pit with a yogurt container anymore. Starting on the underside now, and it doesn't take long to see that there was a fair bit of mud under here too, as the moment I started spraying the floor turned brown, so I'll make sure to take my time here so I don't miss anything. Now as I work on the door jambs here, I can't help but notice that besides the mud, they're actually really clean, which is a big indicator that the vehicle has been well taken care of. I see so many vehicles that are just trashed and the door jambs are never clean. And conversely, all the vehicles that I've ever seen that have been taken care of had clean door jambs too. So I think there's a helpful tip in there that if you're looking at buying a used vehicle, door jambs could potentially be an indicator of how well the vehicle was taken care of. Alright, well since there's a good amount of bug guts up on the front end, I'll get some of my bug remover sprayed on so it can start to dissolve the bug guts, and then they should just wipe off when I get to the wash stage. Alright, well after noticing a ton of iron contamination on the paint while I washed it, I got to work spraying on some of my iron remover so that it can dissolve those iron particles, turning purple while it does, and maybe somewhat surprisingly, this is the most amount of purple I've seen on a vehicle in quite some time. Time to turn my attention to the interior now, and that always starts with removing any personal items or garbage from the vehicle, or in the case of my mom's, a giant stack of free tickets to a country show. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I was equally confused in the back by the little section of string lights scotch taped in here. I would love to hear the explanation on that one. Alright, well as I continue working on vacuuming here, I figured now is a good time to share with you guys what it was that my dad was shooting when he took my mom's car out and got it all dirty. So as many of you know, there were some pretty intense solar storms recently, which caused some incredible displays of northern lights, and that is exactly what he was shooting those days. Here's a couple of short time lapses that he put together of the recent aurora, which, and I might be biased when I say this, are truly spectacular. I'm not sure how many of you out there were lucky enough to see the aurora back in May, but for those of you who weren't, well, I'm right there with you. I poked my head outside around 11 p.m. and I didn't see much other than a tiny bit of green in the sky, and even though I am out of the city, I guess there's still too much light pollution nearby to really see them well, so I was forced to enjoy them on a screen after the fact. Okay, well, since there were only a couple of tiny spots that needed extracting, this step really isn't going to take very long today. Thankfully, the WeatherTech floor mats have done their job well over the years, and the carpet is in really good shape, especially in the back where it's basically looking brand new still. But knowing that my dad is usually the one to clean my mom's car, and that he's getting older, this was just the perfect opportunity for me to really get the VW looking brand new again, and to take a little bit of the work off my dad's plate so he's got more time to work on his world-class photography hobby. And of course, to keep my mom happy too. Moving to the interior plastics, and the door sills were the dirtiest areas in here, so a little bit of APC and steam will have them cleaned up in no time. But for all the little rocks that get trapped in the crevice here, I will very carefully get those extracted, and while you might not think a utility knife would be a detailing tool, it actually comes in incredibly handy for something like this, or picking the pebbles out of the grooves of pedals, but of course you have to be very careful when doing so. Now to get the leather in here cleaned up and looking new again, I'll start with some of my leather cleaner and my leather brush, both of which you can find over on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. And just a reminder that we've resumed shipping to the UK, but if you've ever wondered why I clean the leather before I dress and UV protect the interior plastics, well, it's because when I spray the cleaner on, agitate it and wipe it off, it has a tendency of getting on the adjacent plastics, so doing this first just makes the most sense so I don't have to repeat any work. Okay, moving outside, and to finish the decontamination of the paint that I started earlier, I'll spray on some of my quick detailer to act as a lubricant, and then use my clay bar to gently remove any remaining surface bonded contaminants like road tar, tree sap, or any other grime that might be stuck to the paint. And given how much iron contamination I saw in the paint earlier, I wasn't at all surprised to see the clay pick up quite a bit of other gunk too.
All right, guys, my dad just texted me to let me know that they're on their way home from the lake. So I told them to stop in, and even though I know my mom probably has an idea of what's going on already, I'm still really excited to see what she thinks of the car.
Knock or text him or what?
Oh, we
Over
should
here?
maybe knock. He might be filming.
Okay. I don't know where he is.
It's kind of windy out here
Very
tonight.
windy. I think we're gonna get some rain.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Good, good.
Good. How's the lake?
Good.
We got
And
the
we
garden
lots
all
of
planted, so we're in good shape.
Excellent. Well, I got something to show you inside.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go.
Let's go see.
Oh, it is! Look at that! Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at this. Look at this. Wow. Wow. And my car looks brand new.
It looks great.
You
Mitch.
can't have my car anymore. He's not allowed to drive it. Not to do that anyways. It was so dirty, I can't believe it. Holy,
We'll take a look.
look at it. I'm just shocked. I feel very special that you did this for me.
You are special, dear.
That was, you know, you're lucky that he did this for me.
Your dad got it good and dirty for you, so I
Oh, did he ever?
figured I'd help you out.
Whoa, did you see that? Look
good,
at
eh?
how cool it is.
That looks really good.
Oh my gosh. You know, I was wiping dust out of here the other day, like it was bad. And that's from you going on them dirt roads. I was like full of it
Well,
dust
I can't shoot
up
with the
there.
windows closed, honey.
Yeah, but you got it so dusty, I couldn't even see in there.
Wheel wells took a bit of time to get them cleaned up.
Oh, I bet.
I didn't even look
did
at
find
that.
some mud holes.
I didn't even look at that. I was just looking inside. Thank you. Oh my God.
It's happy out.
Okay, I get to drive it from now on.
Thanks, Mitch. You saved my butt.
He's in trouble.
You really did.
He's in big trouble. Never again. Wow.
All right, guys, well, there you have it. The Touareg is nice and clean. I think I got my dad out of the doghouse, and my mom, well, she was thrilled with how it turned out. So all in all, I'd say that's a pretty good day. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check out my other channel, The Yard Geek. There's a new video over there for you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.